No Man's Sky has ruined my life. Me too, buddy. For the past 2 days, I've been doing nothing but playing No Man's Sky. Like, funny, cause I actually did have No Man's Sky before. I bought it before because I was looking after playing Subnautica. I was looking for other space games. I searched it up. I heard so many good things about No Man's Sky. I downloaded it. I played it for like an hour. I couldn't get off the first planet. I'm like, ugh, this game isn't for me. I'm gonna quit for a while. And I'm back now. I'm back. After months, back in late 2025, I started playing it. And I gotta say, I love it. I love it. I even stopped playing Marvel Rivals for a whole 2 days just to keep playing No Man's Sky. I love it. Oh, God. But one thing, I lost all of my progress in
No Man's Sky has completely ruined my life.
Whether it's due to sinking in hours upon hours to get that one fuck-ass rock that I don't even remember what I needed it for in the first place.
Attempting to earn an honest living only to then say fuck all of this intergalactic government restrictive bullshit. Do you have any people I can kill? Or the fact that this game changed who I was as a person. I know that sounds a bit too heavy for a game with dancing lizards in it, but just allow me to elaborate.
Again, I've only played it for 2 days, like max. I don't know anything about the lore. I kind of stopped the main missions to get a bunch of money and nanites.
I have, truth be told, invested a shameful chunk of time into this game.
On face value, this wouldn't be anything weird in particular. In fact, many gamers find that one game that latches onto them like a parasite, and they never leave the game for months.
For some reason, that game for me is Marvel Rivals, and I don't know why, because I downloaded Overwatch 2, I played it for a maximum of 24 hours. If I check my Steam right now, it will say something like that, 24 hours or more, but I never played it as much. For some reason, I have played over 1,020 hours of Marvel Rivals. For some reason, I don't know why Marvel Rivals latched onto me like that. I remember there was 1 month I only played 4 matches for a season. I think it was a point season. Season 4 point whatever. But for that one season, I only played 9 matches. And I didn't touch it. And then I touched it again and now I can't let go of it. It's latched onto me.
No Man's Sky has had a bit of a resurgence in player count lately and seems to have kind of a healthy player base. But what makes the fact that I'm playing this game so weird is the fact that I hate the space genre in video games. Now that I have you contemplating the life decisions you took that led you to click on my video, allow me to elaborate, my friend. No, it doesn't get less confusing. Keep watching. No Man's Sky had been rather dormant in my library for what felt like a fucking decade. I only originally bought the game because of that initial hype this game was carrying when it was released. And yes, we will absolutely talk about the kerfuckle that was the launch of this game. You have to understand, this game's hype was genuinely bonkers insane. When this game started to reveal more of itself piece by piece, it looked like the most ambitious video game ever created. And while I bought into the hype a tad, I kept a very safe emotional distance from this project. And that's because my little rebel heart could not give a fuck.
Don't back up.
Funny. Seriously, I really could care less about the space exploration, sim, navigation, Star Prince genre of gaming. And despite what I said earlier, that is not due to an inherent disdain of the genre itself, but more so the amount of times I have been burned by it. Because deep down, I love space exploration, alright?
I'm not kidding when I say ever since I was a kid, I always wanted a space exploration game to satisfy my craving to discover.
That and, you know, sick-ass dogfights. I mean, come on. I was 10 when I saw Star Wars, and that changed who I was as a person. There were plenty of other games that absolutely slapped dick when it came to exploring and crafting cool shit. Every time you crafted a new item, visited a new realm, or stumbled upon an ancient structure, I would man-giggle. These were the
Minecraft is goated.
Realm or stumbled upon.
This game is overrated as fuck. It is so overrated. I've never played it, but it's still way too overrated.
On an
People
ancient
saying it's better than
structure, I
Minecraft. Nobody
would man
beats
dig.
my goal.
These were the mechanics and games
Nobody
I
beats
loved the
Minecraft.
most, but none of them had the
Let me see here. Played that. I've played this. I love Power World. Played Subnautica. I actually started playing Subnautica from my PS4. My friend shared the game with me, and I just got hooked on it. It was a beautiful game. I finished it. And Minecraft. Those are the only 3 games out of all of this I've played. And again, Minecraft's still my goal.
sweet, delicate delight of space travel. The idea that there was a universe filled with literally infinite possibilities and you just had no idea what you would find out there made it so incredibly engaging to me as a child. It also made it the fucking scariest thing imaginable. I love space so much because
Space was
honestly, as a kid,
terrifying.
I was pretty rebellious. I liked to forge my own path. AKA, I was a D student and I was bad at math. No, my mother is not proud. No rules, no work, and no authority. Sign me the fuck up. Not to mention, when it came
I
to
was the
fiction,
opposite
there
as
was
a kid.
literally limitless potential
Nowadays,
when it came to
I'm more of
storytelling.
like
Games
that.
like Halo, Mass Effect, Faster Than Light, and Dead Space. No, I will
No.
never play that.
Never. Never. Thank you. This is a beautiful man here with common sense. I am never playing Dead Space, alright? I am never. Just watching Markiplier's video on it was enough for me.
Game again. It is funny that I claim to be a rebellious child all while playing
Never.
very authoritarian games. And if the UNSC was
I
real, I
actually never played
absolutely
Halo.
would give my life for it and sign up for the Spartan program.
Yeah, I've
Hello?
never played Halo.
Got a 6-year-old here you can abduct and experiment on. Anyone who does not know the lore about Halo, that sounds very fucking strange to hear. It honestly all kind of begs the
Not
question
really.
of,
I do know some of the lore of Warhammer, so... And I've never played Warhammer, too.
do I like authoritarian regimes? No.
For the God Emperor of
No, like,
Mankind, yeah.
Well, unless I'm leading it, right? Because then I know I would
Exactly.
make all the right decisions. But when it came to a game specifically designed around being a space exploration game, it was slim pickings, y'all. Whether it was the take a loan out and sell a kidney approach of Star Citizen,
Jesus.
fucking yuck. The headache-inducing complexity that is Stellaris. I actually do like that
What
game.
is
but
all
I don't
that?
get it at all. Or the wide as an ocean, but
Deep as a puddle that is
Oh.
Starfield.
to put it simply, the space exploration
And yet
genre
never
left
getting Starfield either. I've made my opinion about that very clear in my last
much
video.
to be
about
desired.
it.
But for me, there was this one game on the horizon, a game promising to be the
Starfield.
new next best space sim game ever created. A game that's
There
so
isn't any
large that
game
while
better
in
than
theory you
Starfield,
can
in my
find your
opinion,
friends, it
about
would take
space
months, if not
exploration.
years, to do so. A game that seemed to quench the thirst for all space-loving gamers. That game? Yeah, it was No Man's Sky. And if you know anything about history, it didn't.
It did not.
No Man's
I've
Sky
heard.
may have had the most disappointing launch known to mankind. They were Cyberpunk before Cyberpunk even existed. Honestly, the release of this game was so bad that there is an argument to be made that they started the trend of
I need
pushing out
water.
half-baked games that are nowhere near finished. Games like Mass Effect Andromeda, Fallout 76, Cyberpunk, and Anthem all came out after No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky literally
Oh, that
set the
game
trend
looks
for dog shit.
interesting.
There were so
Anthem?
many promises made that were all under-delivered upon, which became a modern business practice with most game developers.
Jesus.
They seriously let down so
No
many
Man's
gamers
Sky
around the
sucks?
world,
Why No
and
Man's
they
Sky
hurt a lot of
sucks?
souls when
Why
this game
the
was
hate?
released back in 2016.
Yes,
but
No
it didn't
Man's
hurt
Sky
me.
sucks. Damn.
No, sir. That's right. I'm
No,
better than
sir.
you. Hey, did you know that this guy only recently learned how to make spaghetti?
Also, I
For
was
me,
like in
I knew
5th
what
or
they were
6th
offering
grade
sounded
during
way too good
2006.
to be true. I had accepted that the ambitious
16.
space exploration game was nothing more than a pipe dream. And while I maintained that hard exterior of apathy, I too yearned for that wonder game. That space exploration game that we've all wanted. Because I do not want to play fucking Faster Than Light again. But then
that looks
something
boring.
interesting happened. Something strange. No Man's Sky didn't No Man's die.
No,
The dev
I like the story of No Man's Sky. Like, the devs just kept updating it until it was the game they had in their minds. That gives you hope for games these days. and then you find out it's AAA, and then you want to kill
team
yourself.
over at Hello Games kept their fucking heads down and went to work. Normally, I try not to praise a development team for making the game after the fact, but for many game devs, when they release a game at a piss poor launch, they kind of just abandon
quit.
it.
Exactly.
Not these guys. These guys believed in what they were doing and they stuck with it. Update after update after update. This game started
the game
to
even got
become more
updated
and more,
recently too. That's
get
why
this,
I even came back
like
to it.
game. They added new structures, more stable multiplayer, a bunch of plants. It's cool. Yeah, okay. Sure. And also a shipbuilding mechanic, which, yes, is
I have
cool
not
as shit.
started
Actually,
building a ship
McSpoons,
yet.
Star Citizen had shipbuilding in their game before.
Thank you. That looks boring.
Yes, that's true.
I am gonna be
as my
bleeding No
deceased
Man's
friend
Skies
here
to
put it,
hell right
Starfield
now.
also
I love
had a
it.
lot of these mechanics, and also recently had a major update, but still nobody
Really?
gave a fuck. So I held fast. The cynic in me was winning yet again. But then, something strange happened. I got bored as shit. Turns out playing DayZ for 11,000 hours straight can really get to a motherfucker. And as I was perusing my library of games I owned, I
Let me
stumbled
see here. Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 11, Marvel Rivals, Lethal Company, Monster Hunter World. I got that one too. We only got 3 games in common. Nope, 2 games in common.
across that dog shit one, No Man's Sky. It's kind of hard to explain, but it was like there was an inner voice telling me to open this game. A compelling whisper, almost commanding that I play this game yet again and give it another shot. And that's a voice I typically only hear that makes me check to see if the stove is off for the 5th time in a row. So I said, what the hell?
That reminds me, when I first bought this game and I started playing it, I don't know if I was seeing things or not, but I swear to God, I saw a giant sandworm thing dig out of the ground and go into another and make another hole into the ground on the planet that I started on. I crash landed on. When I saw that shit, I'm like, no, because again, I can't handle stuff that are, I won't say scary, but it jump scared me, okay? It was unexpected. I didn't feel anything, and the planet was dark and gloomy. So I immediately jumped. I paused the game.
Indulged the voice. Booted up the game, and voila. Crash. All right. Oh, let's do it again, I guess. I boot the game up a second time, and boom. A second crash. Congratulations, universe. You have once again reminded me why I do not get excited for anything. I'm fine. I'm fine. But after I gave it
can't
one
even
more...
play Pal World anymore because it always crashes whenever I try to boot it up. And I don't know why. It's the same for Roblox on my computer. They just both crash all the time.
And I was locked in. It took this game minutes, if not seconds, to lock in my attention as I was completely consumed by this game. And I knew right then and there I was going to be playing this religiously for the next several months. I was absolutely amazed by the beauty, the world, but more importantly, that music was fucking gorgeous. I literally would crank it up so loud because the composers of this game absolutely knew what they were doing.
I normally always turn off the music in games I play. I gotta lock in. I gotta stop just thinking about objectives and just play the game to see the surroundings.
Let them abduct me. I couldn't stop mining resources and crafting new blueprints, and I didn't even realize that you could build bases in this game. Every time I would pursue one mission, something a little bit shinier would grab my attention and...
Okay, I wasn't crazy. These things are in the game.
I would follow that instead.
Okay,
and this
that one
happened
is flying,
hundreds
but
of
yeah.
times. Hey, John, I know I'm supposed to find the meaning behind 16,
Startled,
16,
not
16, but there's a fucking space jellyfish in front of me, and I want to know if I can shoot it. That little whisper in my brain that compelled me to open this game in the first place was the same whisper I heard telling me to pursue
I've only played this game for like 16 or 17 hours. I haven't seen that giant space jellyfish or nothing. I still got a lot to do in this game.
And discover new shit. And eventually, it wasn't really a whisper. It was a very loud-ass command. Each planet I went to had such a unique environment, and I never saw the same animal twice. And some universes even had their own separate, like, light waves. There was actually one planet that me and my friend went on, and it looked like we were on a Harkonnen planet. Oh my goodness, you are just adorable.
My favorite planets have to be the dissonant ones because, like, I don't know if it's just the planet I'm on, but on that one, whenever a storm hits, gravity on that planet basically inverts. It's like I just keep getting flown up without any reason. I don't know what's happening, and I have to make sure I have my jetpack all filled up so I can just.
May thy knife chip and shatter.
My favorite planet so far, and I've only discovered like 5, 10 planets.
I haven't slept in a long time. I cannot stress
And
this
they're all
enough.
in the
This
same
game has
galaxy.
completely consumed my life,
3
y'all. I have
galaxies
been
I've
mining,
discovered.
trekking, building, trading, and even when I would get like an ounce of boredom, a pirate would attempt to steal all of my shit. And if they knew how little I had, they wouldn't even bother in the first place. Oh, got a communications coming in. Hello, sir.
Shut your dumb ass up and hand me over all of your shit. Everything you got in your pockets, run me that shit. Give me that uranium, your silver, and throw in some of that Geknip
yeah.
too, bitch.
Okay.
You can keep your ferrite, pussy.
I don't really have much to...
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I don't
think,
have
You think
ferrite.
I'm asking you for some shit, huh? Oh,
Bro.
you think I'm playing? You think I'm joking around? Hand me your shit. Listen, if you don't slide me your rocks, I'ma send your ass to a Whitney Houston concert, you feel me?
tad specific. While I was doing everything I
still just
could to
killed him
make
easily.
as much money as I
Bro.
possibly
I had like everything but ferrite. I was running low on ferrite for a solid 30 minutes. I had gold, I had the other stuff. All I needed was ferrite dust. The easiest thing to find. And I was starving for it. It came to the point where I just said fuck it and went and bought it.
was able to do so. The best way possible was to join the League of Outlaws. Because
Definitely.
then you got to kill for hire. Look, if
I
you're
did too.
expecting morality at this point in the video,
I did
as you
too.
can clearly tell, I'm a little bit unstable right now. You know, let's take it back to that pirate encounter I had earlier with that very unpolite Gek, might I add. I have to compliment this game's space battles, but just a tiny bit. I will
suck
say
at
they
it.
are visually stimulating and they do get the
They
heart
are.
pumping, and especially when you're attacking a frigate or defending one and you have to fly under their shields, destroy their power cores, and then slowly chip away at their outer exterior is some of the most fun parts of the game. However, it is doggy poo-poop easy. The game literally tells you to just hold down the S key and you will
Yep.
auto-lock onto any enemy you are currently fighting.
Okay, it is easy, but I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just dog shit at it because it keeps saying auto S to press auto lock. I hold down S. Nothing happens. It turns out I'm too far away from them. Then when I accelerate, oh, they go past me. That's why I can only do battles where it's just me versus enemies and no other person trying to help me. Because if you are trying to help me, I suck at it. I can't do anything properly.
And
I
to
need
be
them
honest,
to target me.
I kind of liked it because I'll look for any excuse to turn my brain off. So while yes, it is atmospheric and at times can be engaging, for the most part, it's daycare. And if you're
Hey.
someone that wants to play a space exploration game, but you really want those awesome dogfights in space, there are a few games that do this better. I am only going to praise Star Citizen once, so take this little nugget of truth to the grave. But they did it better. I'll just say that. This could be the difficulty I set at the beginning of the game, but I was playing on normal mode because I just
Yeah,
thought that's
so
what they
am
were building the game around balance-wise, and I don't know, maybe I need to crank it up a notch. Now,
just
I
played
said
normal
this
mode.
game ruined my life, and while yes, that might have been a tad bit of hyperbole, there is some genuine truth to it. If you exclude the simple basic parts of not going to family and friends events because I'm too busy mining ferrite dust so I can get magnetic fucking metal so I can build a computer or some
I
shit. The
did
other
that at
aspect
New
that
Year's
ruined
Eve.
my life, quote unquote, came in a tad later in the game, and that was finding these little settlements. When I got a distress call to help out this settlement on this one planet, they kind of just needed a little bit of protection. So I thought, hey, I offer my services, they give me goods in return. It is simply an exchange of goods, nothing more. I am not leading or starting any form of government whatsoever. Let me tell you why I hate Atlas. But as I started to help them more and more, I noticed that I became a tad more tyrannical, so to speak. Oh, you guys want An extra holiday for all the good work you've been doing? Last I checked, we're $1.2 million in fucking debt and we live on a planet covered in acid. Get back to work. This was the part that was changing me. I honestly thought I would just simply help them and move on. But they asked me to be their leader, and I'll be honest, I did not protest as much as I thought I would. Getting that little taste of power really did start to consume me, and I often would find other planets that had other settlements on them, and I would take charge of them too. Because at the end of it, when you get a settlement out of debt, they start to actually give you some shit for it. And I wanted that shit. Because truth be told, I wanted to earn an honest living, but having other people do my work for me, and then I got to profit off of their hard work, was quite enticing. Sorry. I felt particularly gross about it because while many of my citizens lived on this ass shit fucking acid rain planet, I got to go back to Paradise Island and enjoy the very stable weather my planet had, and I would only make a trip down to my town when I needed to take shit from them or increase their taxes. Oh my god, I'm the villain. If we're taking philosophy aside here and we're going back to the game, you're welcome. I have to say the depth in this game is insane. I've been playing for maybe 50 hours now, and I have to say I am nowhere near the end game that this provides. Let's say you want to build a certain thingamajig. Well, in order to build that thingamajig, you need 2 different types of rare minerals. But you can't just mine those rare minerals because you don't have the proper drive to get to those solar systems. So you need to build your Idiom drive, and the only way to do that is to get some other shit. And in order to get that shit, you have to build this other thingamajig. So when I found out I needed like nitrogen gas, I took a trip down to my settlement. Turns out they have been mining it for me. So I took that shit. And that little itch turned into an addiction. I was making my settlement a utopia. After all, the hard work I did got this place to where it is. The least they can do is never take a break and keep making more stuff. I love consuming. I'm going to tell you a little bit about capitalism here. You see, capitalism is basically...
truly. The capitalist mindset.
I don't think anyone wants to go to 7-Eleven.
No, you're right.
I don't know what that was. The reason this game ruined me is because 10-year-old me finally found that space game he had been yearning for from the very beginning. Sure, if you don't want to play this game out of principle because of that dog shit launch, I absolutely respect it, brother. But if you're willing to give it another chance, I can tell you firsthand it's completely consumed me. So actually, maybe don't play it. And while I wasn't really engaged / gave a shit about the narrative of this game, I still found myself 100% consumed and enthralled with the world and the mechanics this game offered. And from a video game's perspective, those are kind of the 2 checkboxes that need to be clicked. Story, it's a nice...
It's put that on the back burner. I mean, I've played for 17 hours. And the furthest I've gotten to the story is where the anomaly spawns in. After I unlocked my anomaly, I just stopped doing the main story. I just kept going to planets, scavenging ships, trying to get all my stuff back, because for some reason I thought, oh, if you press swap ships, it's just going to take everything you have in one ship and put it in the other. It did not. It fucking broke my ship. And since the ship I was using was the enemy's ship, I had to do this whole thing with the fucking brain again, and by the time I came back, my ship despawned. And I couldn't even reset my save because I already went into... Oh my god, I went in and out of the ship and it saved. Now I have to try and get all of those stuff back. I had like 100 million units worth of things on
Honestly,
that
this
ship.
game made me kind of feel like I was on a high.
Without
that
the
felt so
upgrades,
good
it's 100
that
million.
I honestly... I was going to play Starfield. I'm just kidding. I'm not there yet. This game honestly, in a weird way, confronted what I thought I would like out of a space game. I thought I would want to just be a space pirate and kill for hire constantly and continuously loot and
that won't make you any
smuggle
money.
in drugs, apparently. But it turns out what I had the most fun doing was leading as a dictator for a settlement that initially asked for help. All they wanted me to do was kill some of the robots around their town. And now they're not allowed to sleep. The only game that has, changed my psychology quite like No Man's Sky was DayZ, where I went from a green-go-lucky happy survivor willing to make friends to a cannibal monster that would literally dismember a man for a can of bacon. And here, it's not as extreme, but I started this game as an anarchist, as someone who's a bit anti-government, and then I became the government. And even after retrospect, I have no plans on stopping this greed of mine. So,
we think about it, I can never end up like that because I just genuinely do not like government and would not put myself in a governmental status. I just won't. I'm lying. I'm definitely going to do the same thing. Do you know how hard it is to go to planet to planet to planet mining resources?
I recommend it.
Let the slaves mine it for me.
You going to listen to a hobbit tell you what to play? Huh?
True.
Ooh, yeah. Hitting the ego a little bit, huh?
No, I've killed all my ego a long time ago. But yeah, I love No Man's Sky.